Chainlink could dip 4.4% by March 31, CoinLore indicates. Let's start with what's unfolding on the chart today. As we speak, Chainlink has gone up 2.1% and is sitting around $8.68. Let's jump into analyst predictions now. According to coin price forecast, $8.73 is likely tomorrow, a projected growth of close to 0.6%. Cryptonization expects Chainlink may move higher toward $8.70, a rise of about 0.2%. Digital coin price notes it could slip to $8.53, a fall close to 1.7%. A separate estimate by CoinLore suggests Chainlink may head downward toward $8.30, a projected fall close to 4.4%. To finish, CoinCodex aims for $8.26 by March 31. That's 4.9% under today's price. This is the most rewarding forecast in this set. That's all 5 opinions on tomorrow. Let's see what's next. All 5 forecasts reviewed. Here's what they suggest in numbers. Looking across the collected predictions, the movement in price is estimated between a decrease of 4.9% and a rise of 0.6%, depending on the analyst. In conclusion, CoinCodex projects the highest gain with 4.9% increase in value by March 31. As a result, you might end up with between $2 and $49 for every $1,000 you invest. When it comes to probabilities, cryptonization is leading the field with a forecast that carries a 90.8% chance of success. Looking at the full set of forecasts, I've put together a consensus outlook. The consensus outlook indicates a potential 2% loss for Chainlink. So, let's check it out in detail. According to the consensus, the price could fall by 2% by tomorrow. That development suggests your capital could also gain by around 2%. In practice, $1,000 might correspond to roughly $20 gained. And when it comes to probabilities, the consensus forecast for Chainlink carries about 80.1% likelihood. To sum up this section, let's see what analysts predict for the 3-day horizon. Coin price forecast points to a bullish course in the days ahead. Cryptonization suggests that the near-term outlook points to balance, with prices holding steady. A decline is anticipated by digital coin price, with bearish pressure in play. Meanwhile, CoinLore forecasts Chainlink moving lower. Additionally, CoinCodex points to further downside potential. Looking at the forecast together, the consensus reflects a negative trajectory for Chainlink. So, the takeaway is clear: most analysts project Chainlink leaning lower. 2 days ago, 5 forecasts went live. Let's see how they looked against the actual price. By the end of the session, the price stood at $8.41. The majority of analysts had their forecasts pointing the right way. If the focus is accuracy, CoinLore was ahead of the rest. Let's set the results out step by step. A total of 3 forecasts fit neatly into the daily candle. Speaking of ROI, part of the group achieved positive results, and 30 rates had the highest return at 4.2%. Let's move to the summary view. See how all forecasts performed overall. Crypto Predictions' forecast probability stood at 57.4%, with $0.52 accuracy and minus 2.1% ROI. Take a closer look and notice whose forecast stayed closest to the actual move. Now take a look at how the expected returns for tomorrow vary across different assets and Chainlink. Out of all forecasted returns, Chainlink stands highest with 2%. For now, you can see only 5 cryptocurrencies here, but the full forecast, base return comparison for a wider group of assets will also be published on my site. That's the end for now. Hit subscribe to keep getting verified performance data. Catch you in the next summary.